This is Sparta! Fatality.
What's up, everyone? This is episode 5 of the YouTube Thursday Night Freakout, and we got someone special to come on here and school us today. We got the one and only Smarty from Holotech. What's up, CEO?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, I am glad to have you on here. So first thing is, earlier when we were talking, you mentioned like you didn't know how we hooked up, how we got connected. But I can tell you this, and I didn't have a chance to tell you before, and that is that I follow Holotech on Instagram, and I was looking at some of your merch, some of the holograms that you were putting out there. I said, man, I like what this guy's putting out. This is pretty cool. Now, I have no idea why I was attracted to the holograms, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me why.
That's because these things are high potent energy from the creator. I mean, you talk about God and the love that comes from our creator. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're picking up. That's what your subconsciousness is telling you. There's something over there. There's something over there. You need to go look over there. That's what's happening.
Yeah. And so one of the things that I wanted to make sure that people understood, because listen, right now we've got quite a few people who are saying, hi, Smarty. They know you. We got White Sun. We got Dennis Acorn. There was somebody else on here earlier to say, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Smarty's got a following. What is Holotech about?
Well, Holotech and Holotech is about frequencies and how we use frequencies to cure humanity. What I do with my company Holotech, I supply free. You heard of Bright Machines and different people that created orgone energy and different devices that you program frequencies and it kills cancer and it does this, it does that with frequencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have the abilities to pull the frequencies out of thin air. Ask and you shall receive, like the Bible says. So literally that's what I do. I take, I command frequencies to go to where they need to be. So what I do is I'll put a program together. If the person contacts me and says I need frequencies to cure cancer, I say, okay, no problem. You can go to my website and download it. There's literally nothing I don't have the cure for already. And it's free. Did I mention it was free?
Oh yeah, it's free. I got it. We got it.
Okay, so basically that's what Holotech does. We generate frequencies, we give it out for free, and we also supply merchandise that helps me, continue to do my humanitarian effort by people purchasing my products. And my products are top of the line. I rarely get complaints. I had maybe about 12 out of 7 years. I can live with that. Okay. So with frequencies, I mean, I can get to the whole, like we can do this as long as you want. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to understand how it all works. But I'm gonna give you a quick rundown, and I'm gonna speak in stuff,
in layman's terms. Yeah.
Right.
Stuff we can understand. The blue collar terms.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I've worked with quantum physicists and all their mumbo jumbo bullshit. People don't want to hear that shit, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
Real quick, this is quantum physics mixed with dimensional and spiritual realms. Okay, everything is dimension, and I have the abilities to see interdimensionally. Now, what I do is I'll see this. For instance, this is a plasma, right? It's plasma. Some people need plasma, depending on some people need plasma. Now, you can take this plasma and you can pop a pill and drink, right? Look, see that? I never even opened it. Never opened it. Because source says I need plasma for my for myself.
Mhm.
So I says, okay, I go to the store, I get the plasma, I bring it home, I pull the frequencies from it, and then I put it into one of my products. Now I have the plasma permanently because it's all energy, it's all the frequency. I'm able to pull frequencies and put them in my devices, put them in my images, and it works. Definitely works. So that's the easiest way to pretty much try to get people to begin to understand how frequencies work. Um, Another way is your remote control. Okay, everybody has a remote control nowadays. You change the channel with your remote control. Okay, that's a frequency hitting the receiver and telling the receiver to go to a specific channel, right? Well, I can do that spiritually, where where you request a certain frequency for a specific problem, and you're the receiver, I'm the remote. I take it and I send it right to you. Do you understand? You
Yeah, that
get it?
makes sense. But tell me something about this. When was it that you first realized this was a thing for you? This was real for you, and it's something you can harness.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, we'll be here for a long time. I'm not. We never even talked about how long we was gonna be here, but I'm cool. For however long you want me here. Okay.
You do
Uh,
your thing. You do your thing.
right on, brother. Um, well, I was always connected to a higher source, which is what I call source. Source directives. It's
Hmm.
another word for God's plan. I was always connected to the higher source, what people call God. I call it source. I call it creator, daddy. And as I was growing up, I was being tested in school. Everything that I say is validated. You can validate it. You can check the school records, all that. My IQ was over 250. This is the Lancaster County School District in Pennsylvania, where you can go and you can look it up. Because I had people saying, "Oh, that's bullshit. He's lying." You got Google, don't you? Use it.
Yeah. Google it. Right.
Google it. Google me. So I was always thinking outside the box. I had my IQ was through the roof. They put me in special education programs where I would use Legos and wiring and making Lego parts move before Legos was even Legos. Do you understand? So I was
Hmm.
using the computer, making the move, doing all types of high end stuff in school. Um, the problem with that is that I couldn't sit still, and I wasn't really like I was I was bored.
Yeah.
So I then took a math book and took a science book off the shelves, did the whole book, got in trouble for it, and the rest was history. I said, you know what, I'm leaving all that. So after all that, I left school, signed me out. Then I started researching and going on the computer, learning all types of stuff, and more things started happening, and I've been getting signs. And the epiphany was for me was when they took down the World Trade Center. When they took down the World Trade Center, they were literally saying, "Okay, well, we're gonna kill all y'all. We're gonna kill all y'all, and we don't care we don't care about nothing." It activated a lot of us. It activated me.
Right.
So I went to town, learning, finding out who did this, what the what just happened, because we
Right.
now we know, and a lot of us knew that there was holograms, it was missiles, it was controlled demolition, and the top of the top of the towers disintegrated, disappeared. Okay, now wait a minute, what's going on here? So that's when we found out that it was directed energy weapons. So anyway, that's where it all started. Um, in 2012, I hooked up with a quantum physicist. He was making energetic stickers that had frequencies in them, and
So these were actually stickers that And they would transmit frequencies?
Yes, the stickers would transmit frequencies. He claims he made a device that would um, generate the frequencies, and he would put the holograms there, and they would take the energies would then grab onto the images. The images had. Now I understand what really is going on, but I just thought it was energy around a specific hologram that had frequencies in it, which in a sense it is, but it's more than that now. It's way more than that. So while I'm working with him since 2012 to 2016, I'm researching, I'm learning, I'm listening to what he's saying, I'm listening to what Source is saying. At first, I thought it was just me, but I realized, in the last couple of years that it was a higher power that's telling me what to do and showing me what to do.
Did you ever, during that time, did you ever like share that with your like family and friends that this was happening with you? You were getting messages and all these kind of things going on?
Well, yeah, they knew, they all knew, and that's what pushed everybody away from me because I'm considered the black sheep, who's the smartest one in the family. I don't know, you know what I mean? Don't make sense.
It happens. Yeah.
Right. So it's just crazy. Like, anyway, yeah, you messed me up with that because I'll start thinking about all the stuff I went through with my family. It's like, wow. But anyway,
let me tell you, it's funny because you said you started thinking about that, and your video connection started freaking out.
Yeah, because it's sad, man. It's sad what people like us go through because of the disbelief. The no. You literally have nobody backing you besides the creator, source, what people call God, and that's how it's always been for me. It's even with me now. I'm by myself. I'm doing all the stuff for all the people around the world. I'm by myself, so, but there's a reason for that also because it's protecting the people that I do love because they're easy targets. It's a whole, anyway, let's get back to where it all started. Okay.
Right. Let's get back to the beginning.
Right. So I'm working with the quantum physicist. I start buying the images from him. I start buying the products from him, and then I started creating my own products out of his product because he always wanted to be the main company, and he wanted to branch off like what's the how Nike has it's Nike, but then you got these little stores that sell Nike products.
Right.
That's what he wanted to do, and he just wanted to have private labels, which is fine with me. I was buying the stuff from him and then making my own products. One of the products was a pendant that I created, and I took his devices and put them into my pendant, put a bunch of cool stuff in it, and I called them the Smarty charms. What I didn't know is that me alone with my energy and my intent and my power that I had within my own being, I was making those pieces a million times stronger than what he ever could do.
Right.
And I didn't know that at the time. Okay, I didn't know that at the time. So as I'm learning from him and listening to him, and then seeing how things could be easier, and also seeing that what he wasn't saying wasn't adding up with what I was getting, I knew something was wrong. Okay, I knew something was wrong. So then, in 2014, I had to go to jail for a little bit because I'm a product of my environment. I'm in the ghetto, family, drugs, blah blah blah. Right? Okay. So I had to go away for a little bit. While I was down, I had a book, bought some pens, started writing everything down, started writing ideas down, started writing everything I could think of, everything that was coming to light. And I even show you in the book some of my products that I wrote down. I made them. Okay.
Oh, what's that? What's that you got right there?
This is called a helix bracelet. This helix bracelet has all the frequencies you need to keep your body free of any type of disease. Not only does it remove the diseases, but it also stops them from coming. Not only that, this specific bracelet allows you to remember when you're talking to me, you got to think outside the box.
Right.
This bracelet allows you to open up portals and travel. This is real stuff. This is very
so this
real.
is kind of like what they call that.
Helix.
Yeah, they call that like having like an out of body experience or things like that. Astral projection.
Right. Now the thing about it is that it's already been activated for certain people to go through, but you have to travel with love or it won't even work. And a lot of the people aren't even consciousness of it yet, but they will be as the days and years and months go by. You're going to see how everything that I say gets validated. Okay. So anyway, I made all types of different devices and I wrote them all down. And when I came home, I started making them. I started going to town. One of the problems that I had when I came home is that I had a bunch of devices and holograms from this specific person, and they literally told me that they didn't want me selling my products. They wanted to have a monopoly on everything. And I'm like, wait a minute. I already bought this stuff from you. How you gonna tell me I can't do wait, what? Huh? Right? Right. So all right, so what happened was we had a falling out. I wasn't sure where I was gonna get more holograms from. I had all this stuff written down. I started teaching everybody and started talking about different things. And then I got on this call. It's called the Real Truth Call. And I started participating and listening to the people that were there, the people that were involved. Some of them had higher clearance than the president. I mean, you had everybody from the CIA to the military. Everybody was listening to this call, and they still do. While I'm on there talking to people and teaching people about the holograms and what I do, I started getting messages from certain individuals, and then I would use a pendulum. I would use a pendulum to confirm, and then I also would use my higher self. Well, it was source. Okay, it was what they call God.
Right.
I had him talking to me, and then I had people telling me this and telling me that, and then one day, one of my buddies says, "Hey, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this," and he says that source told him that I can do this. Okay.
Was he like a medium or something? How was he getting the message?
Yeah, he's pretty much okay. The best he's my second in command. I mean, don't nobody know who he is, but he's the second in command. Now, if I was King Arthur, he's Merlin. Okay, and we've been together for the last 5 years, annihilating the Draco problem that's on this planet. But that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a second.
Right. So he told me, you could do this, you could do that, and you could do this. And I'm like, what do you mean? He says, transfer the energies to this, to that, and then try it. So meanwhile, I had this whole little process where I was making my own energy devices. I was taking photos and harnessing the frequencies and pulling them with a computer, with a laptop and a computer and a printer. That's how I was transferring the energies, because I had existing products, and I would just pile them on top of each other and print them out, and it was working. And I'm like, the very first image that I printed out was blue. It was this color blue. I found out, years later that this is actually my royal color blue. Not only is it royal blue, but it's my color.
It's your
So
color, yeah.
the first one was this, and you can still see it on my original website on holotech.wix. It's still up. So as I'm doing that, I'm making different images, putting it out, and just word of mouth, word of mouth. I was like, is this shit for real?
Yeah,
you
even you
know,
got caught by surprise, huh?
I swear the source, I was surprised myself. And even the
Hmm.
stuff that happens right now to this day, I'm still in like a little in disbelief, but I like source validates it all the time, bro. All the time. All the time. I mean, there's a lot of things that he tells me, and I'm like, no way. No way. I don't believe that. And then he
Yeah.
shows me like a day or two later.
Hmm.
So it's definitely wild. What I was doing is I started creating products. No, not well, yeah, products. But at first, I was creating images, and then I would just create the images, and I would just pick a photo, circle it, put a frequency on it, put it out there, and I kept doing that, and kept doing that, and kept doing that, and the people were being healed. The validations were coming in nonstop. People were crying on the call. These calls are recorded. All of these calls are recorded.
Hmm.
So they start coming in and calling in with their testimonies like on a daily basis. And I'm like, oh, this is for real. This is for real, for real.
Okay,
So
give
then,
us an example of what maybe you heard from someone. Like, how did they validate the healing power of the holograms?
okay, well, one of the coolest ones was a lady that she couldn't see. She had I believe it was the right eye. She had problems right eye. And this is all recorded, by the way. You can go and look it out. It's on realtruthuniverse.com archives.
Hmm.
Y'all want to check it out? Go right ahead. She called in, said, Smarty, I have eye problems. I can't see out the one eye. Do you have anything for that? And I just had made a hologram called Sight. Sight. And I told her, I says, well, here's what you do. Because at the same time, she's asking me, I'm getting messages, tell her to do this, tell her to do that. So I'm saying, here, do this. Just stare into it, look into it for a couple minutes, and just keep doing it until you can see, right? This is recorded. She says, okay, no problem. She gets off the line. I start talking to other people, telling them what to use. Calls back about 30 minutes later, crying, sobbing, because she could see.
Oh,
Because
really?
the energies cleared up her eyes and healed her, fixed her. So it's like I'm in shock the whole time, and I'm just excited because it feels good when you're doing something that you love. Because I love doing what I'm doing, and then getting the testimonies that I get. It's like this otherworldly stuff, man. So I mean, I just be going off. I mean, it's just wild stuff, wild stuff. Like I'm used to somebody asking me questions and then I answer, but it's whatever you want to do.
Right, right. Now it's funny because you have someone right now who is watching. Her name is Claudia Isabel, and she says, "You better believe this man. He is the real thing." So, so you
Yeah,
definitely have people that believe you, but they got to believe in something. There's got to be something there tangible for them to have to believe. And yeah, they could have belief just out of belief, but I would assume that many people have the real experience to come along with it.
yeah. I always because I teach people how to like. I'm not hoarding everything that I know for myself. I I don't want to be the only superhero. Okay,
Right.
so powerful healing. I see that. So I literally teach them. I teach them how to do what I do. You
Hmm.
know, um, and they, you know, when they participate and they follow the directions that I'm giving them, and then they validate it when they themselves make it happen for a family member. You then move out of belief systems. Okay, you move right out of belief systems, and then you move into the knowing. Okay, that's what the whole belief system is all messed up. There's so many different belief systems out there. It's pathetic. And you have to move into the knowing,
Right.
and also you have to move into love, because in order for you to get to where I'm at, you have to love what you're doing. You have to love the people that you're doing it for. You have to. That's the most powerful force and energy in the universe. And if you could see it, it'll blind you. In the dimensional world, it'll freaking blind you. So you have to love it. You have to love it. We need 17. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the norm. Actually, he tried to get on, but for some reason, his internet connection is not letting him get on. But we had that same problem, right? So when you first started, it wasn't letting you get through.
All the time, brother. All the time. I mean, even when I was doing my when I try to do my own YouTube live, they literally wasn't having it. The only thing I can do is pre-record and upload, because they ain't letting me do nothing. They're not letting me do nothing. And the sad part about it, it's actually both sides. Okay, you got the cabal, half-breed, Illuminati, Draco, eating baby, reptilian fools, and then you got the good guys, because I'm exposing too much shit. So
Yeah, so let's talk about the Dracos. How do you to identify with the Dracos, or how did you come across that reality?
well, we already knew. I mean, a lot of us, I can't say we, but a lot of us know that there's a higher power, a higher source, higher higher realms, higher ups, and there's obviously something going on that's suppressing the people. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody has their own words for it. The Christians would call it demons. Okay, and the New Age people would call it reptilians, and it's a mixture of both, because you got dark entities from different parts of the universe. You got spiritual, you got physical and non-physical. So that's why there's so many words for the same group of individuals. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And we can see them, because some of us have the abilities to see interdimensionally. That's one of the reasons why I can do what I can do, because I can actually see the energies. I can see the frequencies. I can see what I'm doing. I can grab stuff from different dimensions, different planets, whatever. I can literally see it. There's a whole beautiful world that we still haven't been able to see. I mean, people call it the unseen world, the unseen forces. Some people call it heaven. Some people call it Shangri-La, or whatever, whatever they want to call it. But it's dimensions. It's dimensions, and the reptilians are in a certain dimensions, and also that what the dimension that they're on is bleeding through this dimension right now, and we're also fighting them. This is why they're blowing up shit left and right, because they really don't want the people to see, or well, they don't want us to see, but they don't want us to know that they're actually real.
Mm-hmm.
They are very real. Um, one of my first encounters with them is we was cleaning out a base, and me and my second in command were on the phone together in a session. It was actually a Zoom meeting that we were on,
So
and we were
when you say cleaning out, you're doing like a frequency cleaning.
no, I mean like out of body, astral travel, remote viewing,
Okay, I gotcha.
and actually being there, because I can do that. I,
Okay.
I have that ability. uh, it gets deep. Okay.
Yeah.
So while we were on this call, I went into the base, and a couple of reptilians was trying to leave out of the tunnel. So I ran up to one, I grabbed him, put him against the wall, and then splattered his face against the wall. And the guy that was on the phone, who is now my second in command, saw that took place, and he said, "Whoa!" And I turned because the phone, I was looking this way, and I had the phone here, and I heard him, and I said, "Did you see that?" He's like, "Yeah." And then I said this and this and that. He says, yeah, I saw it. I saw the whole thing. I said, oh shit. So when he saw that, that's when I knew it's over. They're finished. They're finished. So after that, we started going in and out of this tunnel, saving the children, pulling out the children. A lot of it is happening in the dimension realm, like I said now, because
Right.
the energies, the shift is happening. This is why it's bleeding into this dimension. They don't want you to know this shit. They don't want you to know that they can shape shift. They don't want you to know how powerful you are. They don't want you to know that I can just zoom in on one of them and pop them and explode them and send them back to the creator. They don't want you knowing this. This is why they're censoring me everywhere. So yes, they are very real. They're being extinguished. They are still harnessing adrenochrome on different planets. They're still attempting to do it here. They're still trying to take the children. They're still trying to do all this stuff, and we keep stopping them. All of Congress, the government, they're all involved. Most of them know about it. Some are scared. They are, the generals, General Milley and Trump are doing everything they can to stop it, but they need to get the shit together. They need to realize that they have higher powers that are also here backing their asses up. Because I'll tell you one thing, if I was to pull my protection off of them, they would have been dead a long time ago.
So what's the agenda for them then? What are they doing?
Right now, what's going to happen is the agenda for the what side? Which one are you talking about?
The Dracos.
Well, they want to continue to keep us suppressed. They don't want us to know. They don't want us to know that they're actually real, because that also decreases their abilities and their frequencies. Because if more and more people are exposing it, and a lot of us are putting that love energy to it, because that's what I taught everybody. When they started pulling the children out of the tunnels, I kept telling everybody in the team, mind you, there's hundreds and thousands of people that follow me and learned. And all I say is put love and light blankets around them, because the love and light blanket energy literally messes them all up.
Right.
And it's stopping them from doing what they're doing. And it's exposing them so bad that they're slipping up. What happened in Lebanon? It was an interdimensional battle with light forces, military, against reptilian and chameleon forces. Okay, the chameleon forces and the reptilians were losing, so they sent in a boom. What people don't know is that they blew up that facility and the entrance to the tunnel that was harvesting the children. Okay, that's what happened. That's
That was right there at the dock under the warehouse.
Exactly. And we see it all. We see it all. People are going to say fireworks, and they're going to say this and they're going to say that. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, because I can see it. Okay. There's a difference between talking shit and seeing it. And my crew will validate it all, because I taught them how to see it. I taught them how to heal. I taught them how to pick up on things. Like I said, I don't want to be the only superhero, bro. It's lonely at the top. Last time I checked.
Yeah, well, I could imagine that you're teaching these guys this stuff and these abilities and how to look at these things. But I would think that for some of them it could be pretty scary, right?
Yeah. Some of them fell off. What's OBE abilities?
Out of body experience, kind of like what you were talking about, astral projections.
Okay, I'm not sure about how you're going to test me on that, because you ain't even as fast as me, and you will never see me. So, I don't know how you're going to test that.
I think he's referring to, how they say that the military used to use astral projection in order to see, they get a target and they go and see what's in that area. So that's what he's referring to about testing that part of projecting, being able to see what someone's around.
Okay, yeah, I understand that. That he basically wants me to remote view something or something. But here's the thing.
Right.
Here's the thing with that. I'm on a source directive. That means if I was to open up to everybody, I would be like the scene in Superman where everybody was talking at the same time. Okay, and I can't do that right now. I'm working on other things. Um, but if you can see, and if you can feel, then you know I'm telling you the truth. Or you could just muscle test. If you know how to muscle test, if you know how to use a pendulum, you can use any charm. Like these are my charms here. You can use any charm like this and get confirmation. There's many ways to validate what I'm saying. Um, I mean, the best way to validate is to ask for a healing for somebody you know, and I'll heal them.
There you go.
And once you,
I'm
what,
sure there's quite a few folks. Hey, listen, that the illness is running rampant in the world anyway. So I'm sure if anyone who's watching live would like to ask Smarty for healing, he can definitely oblige. But tell me, I was on your website, I was on Holotech, and I saw something out there that's referred to as Jedi training. What's that about?
that's exactly what I'm talking about. I teach people how to do what I do. You want to learn about out of body experience? My phone number is on there. I'll teach you how to do it. I'll explain it to you, and then you off. If you get carried away, we'll bring you back because a lot of people participate in what I teach them, but then they think they think that they're untouchable, and it's not like that because there are people out there that will hurt you. If you're running around the wrong areas or in the wrong part of the universe, you can get hurt.
You get
So
hurt.
I keep them here. I keep the
Right.
crew working on healing, and let us worry about everything else because we have the abilities and the power to do it. Jedi,
Is there a dark side to this, Marty? Do some of the people you train do these things for the wrong reason? Eventually,
the CIA tried to, and it didn't work. Um, Other people attempted to, and it didn't work. And there's a reason for that because you're using love energy. Okay, you have to have permission. You have to be chosen by the creator to use the energies that I'm talking about and the abilities that I'm talking about. Because if he doesn't allow it, you're not doing shit.
hmm
Okay. And the Jedi training, I go over that. I go over it all. I teach people how to. The main thing that I do is first I teach them with a pendulum, with one of my charms. One of my charms. Look, this is the Merkaba. This is the symbol for teleportation. Choom, 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 choom. You're talking about out of body experience. We're past that. We're teleporting, okay?
right.
So I teach them how to use this to give validation on their training, on their healings, on their commands. And once they get the hang of it and then they do the process, I would have them ask questions that they know the answer to,
hmm
questions that they know are wrong answers. And just by them getting the right answers to each question is boosting up their confidence and showing them how to heal the earth of COVID-19. Which part of it? Because a lot of it's already taken care of. Right now, we're just dealing with the fraudemic or Dr. Fraud Cheat.
Dr. Frauci.
Anyway, anyway, I see the comments coming up too.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, I teach them how to strengthen their sense of knowing because if they participate in what I'm teaching them and then they get validation to follow, then they move out of believing and they know the shit works. You understand?
hmm
That's what the Jedi session is about. I teach them step by step how to do it. We haven't did a session in maybe like 2 or 3 months, only because I'm preparing for the shift that's taking place. Once the shift is done, then we'll resume them, and we'll have more. I'll have more stuff to teach the people. But it's easy if you have the right intentions, the right heart energy behind you, and if you get permission from the creator, you can do it. You can on the website itself. There's audios there. if you listen, if you take the time and listen, and you actually want to be like me and like others and heal people, and you're doing it for all the right reasons, then you'll take the time out and listen to the video, to the audios, because there's people that do, and the people that do, they're inboxing me saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe it," because they're witnessing the things that we worked on in the sessions happening right now. Okay, because what people don't understand is that energy tells reality what to do. And since we have the most powerful love energy that was ever created, and we channel that love energy, we can manifest whatever we want. You understand? So
So here,
I teach people that. I teach them that. I don't just talk shit. I show them.
yeah,
Right.
that's fantastic. And I think that, the fact that you're offering it for free is kind of a testament that you believe that you have something that can help people and
Oh,
what they're doing.
I don't believe, bro. I know.
Yeah. So here's a question. One of the things that we talked about earlier was that the whole COVID-19 situation has kind of opened people to looking, to becoming more informed. So how have you seen that happen or play
That-
out?
That's exactly what happened. Okay. But what a lot of people, those that follow me on Facebook and watch all my lives, they knew step by step what was happening, because I was telling them as it was happening, and we were validating because a lot of my crew members were also in the group, and they were all confirming, validating. I taught people to pick up on things. So what happened was it was created here, sent to China. What they don't know is that it was sent to Japan, and then camels or whatever you want to call them, Chinese people or Asian people out of Japan brought it into the States. They're looking at China and it's coming in from over here. Okay? So that's how it came in. Not only that, they had these individuals just walking around the cities. Okay, they had them walking around the cities, the states, with the COVID-19 and the antibody, the cure. Well, their little thingy, so they wouldn't
Yeah,
get
their little click.
right with their little click. While they're spreading it, they also had the antidote. This,
Hmm.
this is what they were doing. Okay, and these people are not human. Okay, these are not humans that we're dealing with. You can just watch them. You could just see their eyes turning into slits in their mouths and shit like that. Okay, these motherfuckers
Hmm.
are not human. They're not. They don't give a fuck about us. That's why it's okay for them to for them to command or enforce everybody to put mask on and do all this other shit. But anyway, it's not. It wasn't COVID-19 or the coronavirus. It was a bioweapon. Okay. It was also put into the gloves and the mask. So that's why they want y'all wearing the mask, because it was put into it. We knew step by step as it was happening that it was in the testings. It was in the testings. This is why they deleted me from Facebook, because I knew we told everybody and we were working to stop the shit. Because like I said, love energy tells matter what to do. So we was zooming in on everything. I was commanding this, commanding that, and we all did it together. Those of us that was in the group, those of us that are behind the scenes, those of us that are in the clouds. Okay, this is a group effort. so, so that's how we. Right now, the coronavirus in my book is dead. It's dead. What we have to do is expose the fact that there's many cures for it. Okay, mine's being the ultimate cure because it's frequencies and you don't have to keep buying it, and there's free holograms already for it. But there's also hydroxychloroquine, zinc, um, whatever that is. The
Right.
stuff.
That thing they got. Yeah.
So listen, even when they keep coming out with different cures, I have a COVID-19 hologram. So every time we pick up on certain things that are working, what do? I remote view. I look at it. I scan it. I say, okay, this is good. Boom, boom, and I place it onto all the products that everybody already got around the world. Okay? Because that's what I could do. That's what I do. That's what I do.
So are you saying that maybe that there's some forces out there that are keeping the COVID alive, keeping it going?
Well, yeah. I mean, you just look at him. I mean, Dr. Fauci, Dr. Fauci, you know, what's he doing? Bill Gates, what they doing? They want y'all. They want y'all to be in your houses. They want y'all to obey. They want y'all to get the vaccine. The vaccine that they made, by the way. Okay. And they want it. They, hello. They can all kiss my ass, by the way, too.
Right.
No. hey, if I had if I had to go, I would do what they did to the World Trade Center. Oof. Just like that, because I could do it. I really can.
So listen, have you stayed on top of recent news? Well, first let's talk about this. So we talk about Dracos and stuff like that. What do you think about just aliens in general? The idea that we're being visited at all?
Well, I mean, it gets deeper than that. Like I said, you're talking to the Supreme Commander. Okay, I'm the Supreme Commander. That's why I can do what I do and say what I say and get away with it, because I'm the Supreme Commander. There's many, many races. There's many, many beings. There's many, many things that our Creator, our Father, our Source, our Creator made. There's dark and there's light. Okay, there's good reptilians that are fighting the bad reptilians, just like there's good humans that are fighting the bad humans. It's literally a fight between dark and light. It's real. The problem is that people are so close-minded on this planet that they just think it's just us. Okay, and it's not. It's not. I mean, look at the background of your background here, the universe, bro. No, up here in the
up there.
Yeah,
around,
look,
yeah.
all that is stars and planets. Do you really think the Earth is like this big? Do you really think we're the only ones here?
Well, I don't. That's for sure. No kidding.
Yes, they are very real. They know of me. A lot of them are fond of what's happening down here. A lot of them are excited. Just yesterday, they told me that they were exciting. That they were. No, was it yesterday or this morning? I posted on Twitter that they're excited to meet us. We're not waiting for them to save us, because I'm doing it. Me and my crew are doing it. None of them are more powerful than me. This is what people have to understand. None of them, no matter how old they are, none of that. Because when Source created me, he gave me all the abilities that all of them have. This is why I can talk shit and get away with it. Now, it's very real. It's very real. Now, people have to take what I say on blind faith. Faith, bro, because that's the only way you're gonna get true validation, and that's I also teach that. Like, we can set commands forward, but your faith also makes that manifest faster. It's true what they say. Mustard seed can move a mountain, bro. I blew planets up, and this will all be validated.
Absolutely. Now, there is someone that, if I could get some good old healing, some of that frequency to, it would be the person that's right now up on the screen, Brian McCarthy.
Is that somebody you know, or just?
I do actually. I do actually spoke to him today, and that's definitely someone who really that I would love if you can send him some of that healing frequency his way.
Okay. He's got some stomach issues. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, liver damage.
Wait, that might be me actually. I'm just kidding.
Okay, well, I can heal you both at the same time, bro. Done. Hey, what was his name? Brian
McCarthy.
He's a chubby guy, isn't he?
I don't know if he wants to answer that.
Because all I see is a big ball of light.
Oh, gosh.
I got you, Brian. Done. Consider it done. Just put the check in the mail, okay? Love it, bro.
Oh man.
That's funny.
And Cheryl Davis says confirmed. I'm not really sure what she's referring to. Is that someone you know?
Yeah, she's confirming the issues what he has. I mean, if he wants to, he can say it, but he don't have to. I did pick up on either liver or kidney issues, some shit like that. I'm a big boy. I know. I can see you, you big ass ball of light, and you're sitting down too.
Well, there you go.
Get your ass up, bro.
Yeah, Claudia
Confirmed.
says confirmed and done.
Done. You see,
Done.
these individuals, I taught them how to pick up on things. They're confirming and they're also reinforcing the healing by saying the word done.
Mhm.
Because there's a video of a bunch of Asian people inside of a medical room, like a hospital room, and the three individuals were behind the lady that was laying down, and the lady had a tumor in her stomach, and they were chanting the word done, 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 done. Gregory, something got the video. I recorded it and posted it on my YouTube. But
Mhm.
what they were doing is they were using their own energy and hitting the tumor remotely. Okay, they were using the screen, but they also had the abilities to see X-ray. So they were literally focusing, like I taught my crew, the Jedi's, everybody that's commenting. I
Mhm.
taught them how to remote view, look at it, and then instead of like these guys saying done, 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 which you can actually see in the video, that as they're chanting, the tumor on one side is they have two sides, tumor, and then when they're chanting, it's going disappears. Okay, this was live. Now, the Jedi method, which is what I teach them, is we don't chant. We don't do none of that shit. We remote view. We go in, boom, we pull it because we're all energy. Boom, we send it up to the source, the creator, which is what I call the recycling bin. We get some new
Mhm.
stuff and we put it back. It's wild shit that I'm teaching people, but the validation is nonstop. It's nonstop. Now, I do let people know that when we do commands and healings, the healings pretty much happen either on the spot, overnight, a week, a month. Now, if it's something like selling, wanting to sell your house, or just some things take longer than others. You understand?
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
we're manifesting it, we're putting the energies behind it, manifesting it. So the healings happen faster because that's pretty much source directives. Daddy source wants me to heal the world, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm doing it for free. The only thing that I charge for is my products because I gotta pay rent.
Exactly. Now that
Just
makes sense.
yo, bro, just today I told Daddy, I said, Daddy, I don't want to do this shit no more. I don't want to sell this shit no more. Can you just make the can you just make the RV happen so I can go home?
Oh, that's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I want to go home. I've been at this thousands and thousands and thousands of years. It's not just this lifetime. When you think about energies and souls, I'm the oldest one, bro. You think about energy transfers and being able to move in and out of bodies, walk-ins. That's what I've been doing for years, bro. For thousands of
Mhm.
years. This
Mhm.
this is the last cycle, and I'm tired. And it's all true. I don't have to lie about nothing, and it's all going to be validated. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. And the fact that, like I said earlier, and if you have people who are following you and they follow you on social media and actually appear in order to validate, what you're saying, and that kind of speaks volumes, to be honest, because there's a lot of people out there who are fake, who sell books, they sell all kind of stuff, but they don't have that kind of following. They don't have people who are willing to step forward and say it's real.
They don't teach you shit. They tell you a bunch of whatever the fuck, right? But
Hmm.
they don't teach you nothing. They tell you all these things are possible, but they don't actually show you how to do it. Do you understand? You understand, right?
Yeah.
I'm teaching everybody how to do it because, like I said, the last time I looked, it's lonely at the top, and I don't want to be alone. Even though I got Daddy, the source creator, my father,
Hmm.
but I would rather have a bunch of brothers and sisters that can do the same thing. That way, I can go home, chill out, know that the children are being safe, everything is being taken care of, our food and water is clean. We don't have to worry about kids disappearing. We don't have to worry about our food being destroyed. We don't have to worry about 5G. We don't have to worry about bullshit. And this is the main source directives. This is what needs to happen. Okay? This is what's going to happen. And there's a lot of people that are involved in getting us to this point. I mean, even the Q team and Trump and them. I'm all for it. I'm all for them. And they say, "Oh, what's coming won't be stopped, and nothing is going to stop, and it's going to be biblical." Dude, they don't even know how biblical it's going to be. Do you understand?
So the Green Man has a question. He says, "I have neck issues and back issues. Could you help with that? Is that something that he can actually get some training on from going to the Jedi series?"
Yes, and I'm gonna explain to you as I'm healing you. I'm gonna explain to you how it works so that you can see and get an idea on what's taking place. Now, remember, I said I see interdimensional. I can see where you're at. I can see all that. I can see your astral body, your dimensional body, your skeletons, your veins, all that. I can see it from right here. Figure around here. I don't know what happened. When I was doing my live videos, I was playing with them. Okay. Yeah, I'll use this water bottle. Now check this out. You're welcome, Brian. Now check this out. Okay, this is his body. Um, and what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on the head area, the neck area. There's a pinch nerve on the right side, and if you go down to the spine area, you can see right in the middle here. There's a little bit of inflammation, and then he's got a little bit of stress down here because he sits all day. So what you do is you snatch it all, grab it all the way like that. You just snatch it all. Now I just took his skeleton structure, just took it, sent it up to source, replaced it. Boom! It's all been replaced. We're gonna put a love and light blanket around him of energy and done. Now all he has to do now is put his hand on his neck, and you can feel the energy and feel the heating up because it's taking place. And matter of fact, let me drop the mic and walk away.
There you go. So we'll see. We'll see if we can touch his neck and feel the heat down there. By the way, we refer to him as Tom Selleck. That's Green Man. So he'll report to us eventually what he felt.
Yeah,
So
I mean, we can see it. I mean, you can't fool us, and there's plenty of us watching, so we're here. All right, go ahead. What's next?
Chuck Bam says, "Have him cure me, man." Yeah, I don't know what that means. Chuck, you probably got to be more specific.
Cure you from what?
Yeah, what do you need, Chuck?
It's easier to get to pinpoint. I mean, I'll just blast of energy, and it'll literally take care of everything. Like I did it with a longtime friend of mine who had HIV, and I was talking shit to him and says, because source creator says you can do this, you can do that, and blah blah blah. I said, really? Okay. So I walked up to him, I touched him on the shoulder, and I says, boom, you're cured. You no longer have HIV. He's like, man, get out of here. Still living. He's doing fantastic, by the way.
Hmm. Hey, Chuck says that he has a prostate cancer and no more prostate.
Okay, well, that's not a problem. What we do is, first of all, you don't have cancer. That's done. Prostate, Boom, done, repaired. You got a prostate now. Matter of fact, go get an X-ray, right? Go get an X-ray and prove me wrong. I'll be waiting. Smarty is the real deal. All true, all love. Thank you.
Fantastic. So, Smarty, we're a little bit over an hour. So, I know you're out in the East Coast. Wait, Claudia's confirming it. When you look at Holotech and your teachings and everything, and all the folks that have been through your training and stuff like that, what is the legacy of Smarty and Holotech? You know, at the end of the day, what is the final win? You know, to quote Trump, the final win for Holotech and yourself.
Well, the final win is when we're all healed, when we all receive our new bodies, when we all don't have to worry about our safeties, our kids' safeties, and everybody, you know, learns how to do what I can do, so that we can protect not only home base but the universe, because that's our mission. That's what we're doing next. This is beyond this planet, and if you look at what I'm saying compared to Jesus, this is happening. This is why I was born a king. I literally am Jesus. People, it's a hard pill for some people to swallow, but what they don't understand, it was the energy that he possessed, not the color, not the skin, not the blood. Okay, it was the energies. And what I said earlier is that Source created me with everything. Even Jesus says, after me, the Comforter will come. I'm comforting everybody. Okay, that's the truth. And I'm the king of the universe. This will also be validated. Here's what's going to happen, Manny, just so you know. And this is all real. It's all true. Right now, I'm fully hands-on on the redemption process. The redemption, everybody knows redemption in the Bible. Everybody talks about redemption. It just so happens that we're all waiting for a redemption to take place right now, aren't we? Huh?
Right.
Because the last time I checked, gold is going up, silver is going up, the fiat currency is going bye-bye. We're moving into the gold standard, and we get to redeem our money. What's that? A redemption, right? Right after the redemption, which is a wealth transfer, which is what was promised by our creator, right? After that, the heavens will open up. What's the heavens? The heavens is galactic community. Okay? And I'm behind it all. So I'm just only telling the truth, bro. People could take it how they want. I don't give a shit.
So how long do you think before we see the galactic community make itself known?
Well, it's hold on. It's in the process now. Like 3 or 4 months ago, there wasn't as many ships in the skies as there is now. And every day I'm commanding more and more ships appear. When they did the bombing that actually gave more leeway. That source is the one that approves everything. I'm the one putting the energies behind it. So if he literally wants me to make somebody disappear, which is I'm always requesting certain individuals get evaporated, right. but you know, he's protecting them, and I gotta protect them. So
right.
Once all that is taken care of and out the way, we are going into a galactic community. What's going to happen is once the redemption takes place and everybody's paid, and my mission will be completed. That's my mission, to make sure everybody's paid, to make sure all the humanitarians worldwide are paid. That's what I'm going to do. And since I'm indestructible and I can't be killed because I'm the son of Source, guess what's happening? A redemption.
A redemption. There you go.
So here's the thing about it, Manny. Once that does take place, then I get to go to a training. I'm literally going with the galactics and the angelics, going under a training process. Once I come out of training, you know, that whole golden cube thing that's supposed to be taking place in the Bible, and the ships and golden cube appears everywhere, and Jesus and the angels come. Well, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's it. And we're literally, you know, I wish I could say we're days away, weeks away, and months away. And I do want to say that, and I feel that. But Daddy always, you know, when I open up my mouth, it takes long. So I'm just gonna keep it leave it at that.
Yeah, just keep it at that. So what's the address again for Holotech? Is it holotech dot
holotech.biz.
.biz. Yeah.
Yep,
I knew it wasn't .com. I knew it was something else. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out Smarty and all his work, holotech.biz is a place to go. Fantastic. Listen, I thank you for coming on here today. It was very enlightening. And like I said, it's great to see that you have people who really believe in what you're doing, and they're here representing.
That's right. That's right. I taught them. I love them. They, you know, I die for them. Okay, and I've proven it over and over again. Like that's what it's all about, bro. It's all about that. Like people have to move into love and service, man. Like, I do this shit out of the bottom of my heart and heal people. I'm literally trying to show, not trying, sorry, Daddy says you don't try. He talks to me all the time. He talks to me all the time. I'm literally showing everybody what our Creator, our Father has in store for everybody else. It's just, we're just getting leeway. We're trending right now. You understand? So, you know, they deleting me. They're censoring me everywhere, bro. Everywhere. Why? If I'm not for real, if I'm not doing what I'm saying I'm doing, if you know, why? Why are you censoring me?
Yeah, that's the way it is. Haters gonna hate, and people are gonna try to block you from getting your message out. Hey, it's Marty. Thank you again for showing up today. It was fantastic to having you on here, and hopefully we'll hear back from the guys about your frequencies heading their way, and see how they heal up. And again, but I thank you for being here and giving us an opportunity to learn about you, to learn about Holotech, and what it means for everyone.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. You know, I go off on a rant and just talk. But anytime, brother, just let me know. I'll be back on here. You know, it's going to be a privilege to get to interview me. Okay.
There you go. Hey, thanks for coming on. Hey, folks, this is the end of the episode. I thank everyone for listening and stopping by YouTube. Don't forget to share it. Share Holotech. Share Smarty. Share the UFO Buster Radio channel. And ciao, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.
Guys.
You're the battery that keeps me awake. Reload under your control before I break. Killing frustration, have to do it all to survive the nightfall.